All right, good afternoon. IHSA football family back to a regular camera setting. I apologize for that earlier opening remarks video segment. Not really that good. Not gonna lie about that. All right, so let's get into Chicago Christian. This is Chicago Christian. What you need to know, and so far, basically, first win over Hansberry College Prep, part of the Noble system. Second game, a deep dish football game of the week versus Ottawa Marquette, big game as well. After that game, we get into a tough schedule. Riverside Brookfield is a pretty good team. Chicago Christian's going to have a little bit of a challenge with Riverside Brookfield, no doubt about that. Then they're off to St. Francis and Wheaton. We talk about it. That's another tough game for Chicago Christian. You got St. Francis, who's basically a perennial, supposed to be making all the way this year to the state finals. They had a tough loss the first week against the Lake Forest team, but this is a team that's not a joke. So St. Francis is their fourth game. Aurora Christian, I would say, yeah, pretty good shot for Chicago Christian, but Aurora Christian, they just found their class of 2024 quarterback, Bray, who's an absolute stud. Aurora Christian looks good this season. Um, it's going to be a tough game, definitely a tough game. St. Edward is going to be it's going to be an even game, but I'm going to give it a little bit of slight edge to Chicago Christian. Aurora Central Catholic, I'm going to give it a little slight edge to Chicago Christian. Westmont, my home team, I'm definitely giving the edge to Chicago Christian on that game. And Ridgewood, Chicago Christian's got a nice little edge on that game against Ridgewood. But over and all, first game, pretty easy. Second game's going to be tough against Ottawa Marquette. Riverside Brookfield's going to be tough. St. Francis, Aurora Christian, and those last four games, I really see this schedule possibly they could go 7-2 or 6-3. Aurora, Chicago Christian, no doubt about it. 7-2 or 6-3. Um, so I really think that this team's going to make a nice run into the IHSA playoffs. Coach O'Connor and that team. They've got a great schedule. They got a great roster as well. As we go into the roster, Matthew Han, of course, should be talked about. He's a top recruit offensive lineman from Chicago Christian. Needs to be talked about a little bit more. Huge, huge prospect, again, center to low gravity, great extension, and another Chicago Christian big guy that should be well known to recruiters, and it is Luke Jelerix, quarterback for Chicago Christian. Also played wide receiver, a two-sided athlete. Definitely another kid to keep an eye out for as well. Luke Edgar, the running back, another interesting guy to look at. Tony Barclay, another good wide receiver. Nolan Kishield, another player you got to keep an eye out for. So they got a good group of DBs, wide receivers, Chicago Christian, no doubt about it. And still a very, again, good offense. I like their offensive line. I really do. I like the talent that they have in their offensive line. But again, it'll be interesting to see how the defense responds to that Ottawa Marquette run game. It's going to be very interesting. And again, staying in your gap, staying in your assignment, reading the keys on the linebacker side. It's tough against that Ottawa Marquette team, and Coach Jobst is one of those guys that will spin the wheel on a couple plays and a couple formations, and try to trick you. And the big thing again is just patience, discipline, especially on the defensive side of the ball of Chicago Christian. Um, we go into more. There's one more player that I want to talk about too. Hopefully, I got his last name. Um, where's his name? Caleb Van Dern's another player to watch out as well. He's another player to watch out for Chicago Christian, and Chicago Christian again. Over the decades, this has always been Chicago Christian's bread and butter. I played against them. I coached against them. I watched them when they used to play against Nazareth in the '90s. But what Chicago Christian is this? Always great size athletes with Chicago Christian. even back to the days of the 80s and 90s. And we talk about we talk about a lot about private schools willing to give up a lot for a couple wins and a couple few players. Chicago Christian doesn't do that. Chicago Christian, um, they stay their ground, and they've always been a great school for that. They've always been a school that demands top notch athletes, but also top notch students as well. And Chicago Christian, within a couple of years, especially with this team, I think they could be a dark horse in the IHSA playoffs, no doubt about it. So it'll be interesting to see. But I think again, the big thing with Ottawa Marquette is stopping that run, putting pressure on Graham, the quarterback, and make him make some mistakes. But I think the big thing is stop that run for Chicago Christian pass, a little bit of pass for passing wise. I think basically spread them out, attack, attack, attack. Especially with Ottawa Marquette, they have a little tough time again with that red gun run and shoot type of offense. And they do, and I know Chicago Christian does a little bit more of a spread type of offense, but it should be interesting. Definitely with those high profile wide receivers and DBs that Chicago Christian has. And again, I love that quarterback. Let me get his name again, so don't forget it. Luke Geldrix. So again, it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see it. And final comments coming tomorrow. And if you like my work all month, please donate money to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Be sure to check it out. They do a wonderful job. Check it out. So please check it out. St. Jude's Children's Hospital, as September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Make sure you follow Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm going to go more into this game on Deep Dish Football Live tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you so much, and have a lovely day.